Deserves to be in a relationship.
There we go.
When it comes to love, there are rules one must abide by, and the first one is love thy neighbor as you love yourself enough to make sure you are physically fit, emotionally fit, spiritually fit. Baby, you are not qualified to love anybody else. Feel how you want. Call it what you.
So when I looked at the comments and I was trying to find, she had a lot of videos. That's what I was a bit surprised. All right, let me look at this one.
Woman who is out of shape or overweight is a woman who does not respect herself. She does not love herself. She loves food more than her health. And she is most likely in pain and she's using food to cope with how she feels. A lot of you guys were triggered by my last video, and I'm glad because you cannot have a relationship with someone that you don't have with yourself. You cannot love somebody more or better than you love yourself. Everything starts with yourself. I respect myself. Therefore, I have the discipline to go to the gym and to work out. I care about how I look. So therefore, I will go to the gym and make sure I work out.
So I looked at the comments, and the comments section is really what had me kind of tripping out. Somebody said, "It's giving I got left for a big girl." And she replied to that. But then, a lot of them were like this: "Your obsession with bigger women is honestly concerning. It sounds like you might be dealing with some unresolved issues, maybe rooted in your own experiences growing up, blah, 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 blah. Somebody, gluttony and obesity are not the same. Girl, loving yourself has nothing to do with body type. While you in the gym, your man messing with a big girl, sure." It was the comments. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I thought the excuse fairy was coming on out here hard. Nah, some women just have PCOS and health issues, hormonal issues, thyroid issues, and I'm going to get to the facts on some of that in a moment. And the reason why I wanted to bring it up, and props to her, y'all see her name is Daisha Grady. Go give her a follow. Go check out her TikTok. She made one about church women and women in church eating or something like that. And I replied to her, I was like, yeah, I don't think they're going to invite you to the women's prayer breakfast. That's for sure. And so, but it made me think. And I'll tell one more before I hand it over to y'all. I was on one of the Facebook groups, and it was some guy put up there a woman with what do they call it, a fupa, and so it was a picture of a woman with her fupa, and it had a circle going through it and said something like, "I don't care what y'all say, this is a turnoff to me." So now I'm in again, checking out the comments. You guys, I ain't gonna lie, 9 out of 10 comments were brothers mostly. I'll say brothers and some Latino men saying, "I don't know what you're talking about, man. I love that. Oh, that just means the puss is good. Oh, you just got to lift it up and go in." And I'm just like, wow, is this where the game is at today? And so I put on there, hey, I just expect a woman to give me what I'm trying to give her. If I'm an in-shape man, I expect her to be trying to be in shape. So then a woman responded to me and said, "Yeah, but you showing up with an 8-pack. So what does that mean for the rest of us?" And then I replied back, for me, what's important is that a woman is trying. As a 55-year-old man, I know it's not easy, but I at least want that woman to be putting in the effort, especially if she is seductive. Even if she's putting in some effort and seductive, I can work with that. And so I was thinking, in our age group, when you out here dating again over 50, you gonna run into a lot of women. And I was counseling a guy this week, and he was saying, "Man, the women out here are just big, and I don't want a woman as big as I am." So, in you guys' experience, what do you think?
Go ahead, Ed.
I didn't like everybody
Yeah,
erupt.
yeah, because that drives me nuts. A big woman shows me her laziness. She's not willing to try and do anything. And I'm like the guy that made that comment before. I just don't like it. I don't like it. And I figured I was a big guy and I came down in weight and it was hard. It took a lot of work and effort. And if you're not willing to put in that work and effort for yourself, then how can you ever put that work and effort in for me?
Mm.
No, no. So I, I agree with that. And you're attracted to what you're attracted to. I think now today these females have came to the conclusion they don't have to do anything because of Pookie and the Ray Ray is going to like it. But they always want these high value men. Sorry, high value men don't want no pooch pocket or pudgy, whatever you want to call that booty in the front. Men don't want that. Well, I don't want that, and I know a lot of other men that don't want that. Huh, man, this is just frustrating topic to me because, man, they call me egotistical and all type of stuff. for having a standard.
Derek?
I don't know. I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. I'm not sure what this particular woman looks like. I don't mind a little weight. I'm not looking. I like curves. I like something that's proportionate. I like a thin waist, a thinner waist, some bigger hips, and broad shoulders or breast size or whatever. Hey, I'm an ass man. So with ass, you're gonna get some thighs. So I'm okay with that. I'm not looking for somebody to be so robust and this, that, and the other. And when they lay on me, I can't breathe. I'm not looking for anything like that. I like something to hold on to. I like a little meat on the bones. Again, it's got to be shapely, not something that is you moving around and it's still in the same spot that you just left. I'm not talking about something like that, but I like a little meat. Hey, they don't have to be necessarily athletic, but again, I like a little meat. A little meat.
Okay, so quantify a little meat then, because it sounds like Eddie is more okay. Eddie, what's your ideal of a little meat, or how? I know y'all aren't really big fitness guys, so I don't want to give body fat percentage, but give me somebody as an example.
Okay, like a tailored suit. You got to have that European cut. You know what I'm saying? Like
an hourglass.
Exactly. You still got to be shapely, but I don't want the lumps and bumps to overwhelm what God has already gave you, that shape. Some women just don't care. Hell, they walk outside with bonnets on their head.
Yeah, no. I mean, you got to have some pride in yourself, and here's, for me, it's a matter of having the attitude that is attractive to me more so than the body, but again, the body's got to be something that I can be attracted to. It's got to first get my attention and hold my attention. When I'm saying, oh man, I like to wake up in the morning like, dang, I like to see you naked and chase you around and do this and do that, throw you up against something, not break it, but you know what I'm saying? Do what I got to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's got to be proportioned. I like the hourglass shape. I'm not a person that wants us too small or big. It's got to have some proportions to it. Need them hips.
Well, you got to be careful when you say about the attitude, because a lot of these big girls have their attitude is like they're a 10 all day long. So
no. It's got to be appropriate. Let's be factual here. I'm a 10,
good
girl.
point.
Fix your bonnet.